The price of FPV components have been steadily increasing for some time now. In the past, manufacturers have blamed the whole global chip shortage, and while that may have been true for the past, what's the reason for these high prices as of recent? Well, SpeedyBee is one company trying to reverse that trend. In the past, they've wowed us with their F7 and F405 stack, coming in under $70. Well, they're back again this time with a new stack, this time the F405 Mini. So let's take a closer look at this and see if SpeedyBee is steering the industry in the right direction. Okay, so here it is, the SpeedyBee F4 mini stack, and this thing here promises to compete with some of the other mini stacks in the market. Now, SpeedyBee says that this thing here should be one of the lightest and most inexpensive stack on the market. And at the time of filming, that seems to be true. So let's open this up and see what you get inside. All right, the first thing you see here is a QR code to get down the manual for your SpeedyBee as well as the SpeedyBee app. Pretty cool. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. And next, you're greeted here with the actual flight controller and ESC stack. This thing is pretty amazing, guys. Really, really small. I remember when they released the F405 stack, the regular size one, and that was a big deal. Now, this one here is very, very similar, just a little bit smaller and lighter. So let's get these out of here. Here's our flight controller and our ESC. We'll put that right here for now. Besides that, you have a whole bunch of accessories under here. You have some gummies, some M2 screws on here. Now, the cool thing about this stack here, it comes with both M2 and M3 hardware. So if you're trying to put this into a larger build, this is also capable. Now, SpeedyBee said they've tested this flight controller and ESC stack on 2, 3, 4, and some lightweight 5-inch drones. So yes, although you have the M3 hardware here, you can install this probably on a larger 4-inch or a lightweight 5-inch drone. Besides that, you have your harness here for your battery, a capacitor, and a harness to go from your flight controller to ESC. Now, this is an XT30 plug, which is pretty cool. Usually larger drones like 5-inch drones use an XT60, but with a 35 amp ESC, that should be more than adequate. All right, so here's the flight controller here. This thing is really, really small. Now, all the characteristics of the normal flight controller from the SpeedyBee carries over here. We're talking about really, really large solder pads and labeling for every solder pad on this flight controller here. The first thing I notice here is this USB-C plug here, which is really good. And then you have the gummies already installed here on the flight controller. Although you have some extras on here for the M2, you already have these already installed on the flight controller and the ESC. Now, this is a 20 by 20 stack, so this will fit into most small drones. Now, besides the USB-C plug here, the first thing I see is the gyro. This is the IMC 42688. And this is very special for SpeedyBee here. Now, they've done a lot of things to improve the performance of this gyro on here. On the right here, you can see that there's a big old capacitor so that we can control all the interference or reduce the electrical spikes going into the actual gyro here. Now, talking about electricity, now this gyro here is powered independently of all the components. We have our power supply right here, right below it. Now, SpeedyBee is saying that this is going to provide better performance towards the gyro, and this thing is going to give us really good clean filtering when we're flying our drones. Now, below that we have the Bluetooth module, and most of the SpeedyBee flight controllers are Bluetooth or Wi-Fi capable, allowing us to interact with our flight controller wirelessly. That's a cool feature. Next to that, you have your Bluetooth antenna as well. Below the antenna, you have these 4 lights, and these will tell you the actual percentage of your battery. So in case you don't have a battery reader, you can see the percentage of your battery once you plug it into the flight controller and ESC. Now, below that, you have a barometer on here. This is pretty cool. You also have a barometer in this flight controller. So these are the 2 standard things you have, usually Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and then usually a barometer, which is pretty cool for knowing your altitude, or using return to home. You have more telemetry coming to your flight controller and coming to your goggles if you're flying, which is really, really cool for a small drone. Now, to the right of that, you have your OSD chip on here, which is pretty standard. Now, underneath, you have some more chips on here. Obviously, you have your F4 processor on here, which is pretty cool, F405, which is really, really good. Now, besides that, you have 2 BECs on here. You have one that's a 5-volt BEC as well as a 9-volt BEC. And that's pretty good because now this thing here is compatible with most of the digital VTX in the market. You can plug it up to your 9-volt source. And this one here, which is really unheard of for a mini stack, this one here has a 3 amp BSC for the 9-volt and a 2 amp BEC for the 5-volt, which is really, really good. Besides that, you have your boot pad or boot button on here. Now, talking about electricity, it's not on here, but one thing that's cool about this one here is that it has a 4.5 volt powered via the USB-C plug or port right here. Now, that's really, really crucial and pretty cool. Now, if you're gonna build a drone that has GPS, It's really hard to configure your drone while you're testing it on the bench. To power up your GPS module, you usually have to apply a battery source to it, and then that will power on your GPS, but that will also power on the other device in the drones like your VTX, which is kind of unnecessary and might actually overheat. Now the cool thing about this one here is that that will give you a 4.5 volt going to your GPS module. So if you're setting up your GPS on the desk, it's going to keep everything powered down but power on the GPS module so you can test it and configure it correctly. Another cool thing about that is that if you're in the field and if you've flown any GPS drones, sometimes it takes a couple minutes to acquire the satellite, sometimes between 5 up to 15 minutes. And if you do that with your pack or your battery, you could actually drain your battery, and that could reduce your flight time as well as having your VTX overheat. Now you can avoid all of this by just plugging a USB-C or a 5 volt source to your USB-C port and acquire your satellites. And once you've acquired it, then you can plug in your battery and you're off to the races. Last but not least, you have 8 megabytes of memory on board here, and that can be used for data login, trying to tune your drone, as well as use it for gyroscopic information if you want to put that information into gyroflow and stabilize your image. And that's most likely what I'll be doing with this data chip on the flight controller. Okay, so moving on to the ESC here. This one here is very similar to some of the other ESCs by SpeedyBee. These things are huge, these pads are large, and the cool thing about it is that this thing here is a 35 amp ESC, which is one of the highest in any of the mini stacks on the market. So really good, especially at this price point. You have all your FETs here and MCUs on here. You also have the gummies already installed on here. You have these two huge pads down here for your power leads, as well as these two smaller hole here for your capacitor. We talked about the capacitor being in here as well, so you can install that on your build. Besides that, this thing here looks really well built. I've used their other F405 or larger ESC in the past, and I've had good results with it. You have your harness here to connect to your flight controller, and these things tend to be pretty dependable, guys. I had no issues with it, and I intend to install this in a drone coming up pretty soon, guys, and we'll put this to the test. So this stack looks really nice, guys. It looks really well made, and as I said before in my other review of the full-size stack, this thing, I don't have a microscope, but right now this thing looks really good. I don't see any crazy flux everywhere. I don't see the components or chips, mounted sideways or uneven. Everything is on the pad here. Looks like a really clean build, especially with this dark PC board. So one of the standard feature of this whole stack here is the Bluetooth or the wireless connectivity. So let's take a look at that and see how that works. Now, if you're unfamiliar, SpeedyBee also has their own app, and I highly recommend you download it. You can use this with this stack, as well as if you have a traditional stack as well, you can actually plug this into the USB-C port and plug it into your phone or computer, and that will also work as well. In this case, since we have a Bluetooth module in here, we are gonna do that method. So I have my cell phone right here. Let's put this on here. So I have my SpeedyBee app opened up, and I'm gonna allow only this time. And then let's plug this in. I have a battery bank right here. All right, it comes to life, and we have Bluetooth connectivity. Open it up, connecting to SpeedyBee F405 Mini. It knows that already. And this is a new interface here, or a new first or splash page on the SpeedyBee app. It gives you an overview of the flight controller before you get into the deeper menus. And you can see right here, it says calibrate accelerometer. It is connected, so you can see it actually moving up, down, left, and right. So this thing here does work. Shows you your voltage, CPU load, and the free space. We have 8 megabytes available. All right, so let's just go scroll down here a little bit, enter expert mode, and this is the interface that you're typically used to, and something that's similar to the full-fledged Betaflight software on your computer. So as you can see, everything is on here. Everything on top here shows gyro, accelerometers, and the barometric or barometer is working. Besides that, you have all your pre-flights. I'm connected to the internet, so I can see all these filters and stuff here, which is pretty cool. Besides that, you have your ports tab. Now this one here does have 6 UARTs on this flight control, which is a lot of UARTs, a lot of ports to connect accessories to. Now 2 of those UARTs are being used for the Bluetooth and for the telemetry for the ESCs. That leaves us with 4 available UARTs for any other accessories, whether it be receivers or VTX. So that's pretty decent. 4 ports available to us in a mini stack. That's pretty awesome, guys. Next, we have the modes, which is typical. You can change your angle, horizon, beeper, all this other stuff. This is a full-fledged app. This thing is free, guys. And this allows you to configure your flight control, make changes on the fly in the field. So if you don't have this app, it's highly recommended you to have it in case of a backup. And guys, even if you forget your USB-C cable, you can do it wirelessly with the Bluetooth VTX. We have no VTX connected, battery and power. Then you have your fail safe. So if you have GPS, this is the tab you would want to look at. And then the CLI is the last thing you have here. Pretty cool, guys. Everything is awesome. Can I, there was nothing on here, but let's see here. I want a DIFFALL. There it is. Here's your CLI dump here. That's amazing, guys. So you can just get out of that, exiting CLI. It should disconnect and then restart again, like any other flight controller would. And then you can get back in there and connect. So let me know what you think about this SpeedyBee mini app. This thing is kind of a game changer, guys, only because we're going into a season where the components for our drones are going up, prices are going up. Everybody wants to build a cheaper build. I do suspect, guys, honestly, just like when they released the F7 and the F405 stack, that thing went like hotcakes. It sold out like in a week or less than that. I would highly recommend you get on this because this is a really good price for the feature set that's being here in these two components, guys. And for me personally, yes, I'll be doing a build with these components, guys. So if you want to see that, please hit that subscribe button. Therefore, you'll be notified whenever I do drop that video, guys. Having said that, I've left links to all these components down below. And if you're interested in a full-size flight controller and ESC, I've done the review on the F405 stack as well. Really affordable, really good price, good feature set. And at the time of filming, they've actually decreased the price actually $10 more. So I'll leave links to all those products down below. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.